Hey, I am back with ornament number 2. If you've been hanging around for some really cool, inexpensive, fun, big payoff Christmas ornaments and decorations, I mentioned that I get together with my family and I choose 2 ornaments every year for them to come do, and then I get to hang on to the ornaments. It's a great way. So ornamentize your tree. I don't know if that's a word, but I love it. Ornamentize. This was our first one. You will see that on my blog, terrysummers.com/Terryland. Just like Disneyland, but different. And Terry spelled Terey. Anyway, these are just half-inch pom-poms glued onto a ball that I'm actually using for the one I'm showing you right now. These are the little plastic balls. They come in halves. And you put the halves together, see the little seam, they click together, and then what I do is I secure them with a little dab of hot glue so that they won't come apart. And these little balls have a little space right here that you can thread your ribbon or your twine or what have you. I'm actually using twine on this one. And this is what we're shooting for. These ornaments. They look like little artichokes, ishy. I also have another one right here. Well, I have a lot of them, but this one has a little bit more of a theme. There were a handful of papers that were chosen for this one that's sort of somewhat coordinated. Well, anyway, what you do is you need a 1-inch hole punch. Fancy. And if you go to terrysummers.com/Terryland, which is like Disneyland but different, I'll tell you where I got it. But take a magazine that might be festive, have colors or what have you. Use the cover because the cover, as you know, is a little stiffer paper. I happen to have a catalog that has flashy paper on it. But you just make circles by slipping your 1-inch paper, 1-inch hole punch. Hole punch. That's the terminology. If you're a professional hole puncher, it's called a 1-inch hole punch. I'm not talking down to anyone. I'm just saying. Anyway, and it collects for you in a little collection mode thing on the bottom of it, these pieces of paper. Now, I happen to also have a bunch of papers that were floral, if you can see them right here, that are already pre-cut. I had some cardstock and I used it, but I really love the idea of the magazines because we all have them lying around and they're recyclable, and once you use them for something, these ornaments you can keep even beyond Christmas. So as it goes, you get that handy dandy hot glue gun out. It's not called a hot glue gun for nothing, so I'm just going to forewarn you. Keep your little fingers away because I've heard you can get burned. So you want to start on the bottom with a little squirt of the hot glue, and you place one of your discs on the bottom like so. And that begins. The ornament has begun. And then just a couple of dots as you go around like that. And you want to kind of layer over a piece of it over that bottom dot. You know what I'm saying? So that it layers. That's that artichoke kind of look that you're going to get. And you just continue all the way around until you get to the top. And again, I will remind you, this is what it looks like. Hope that's not going to make anyone throw up since it's spinning so quickly, but they are so cool. And then I discovered something. All this time I thought, wow, there is a bunch of little elves out there knitting together candy cane string. And that's not it at all. This is butcher's twine. Butcher's twine. And you can get it a lot of different places. I think I'll give you the location where I picked mine up if you go to the blog, but it is plenty. You just pull off how much you need, thread it through that little hole right there. See that little thing right there? And boom. Boom! I won't say nailed it, but something like that. Glued it. 1-inch hole punched it. Magazine cover punched it. Magazine paper. Discarded pretty ornament, family ornament, DIY time. These are gorgeous. And I hope that you take this idea with family or friends. This one in the pom-pom and have yourself just a Merry Christmas, good old time making ornaments for your home. And check back to see what else I might have to say. Or not. I wouldn't blame you if the latter was your choice. Merry Christmas.